get to.
Really?
Oh yeah.
What makes going down there so much more difficult than going up there?
Because do you know the atmospheric pressure around us right now?
Yes.
Okay, let's just call it one atmosphere.
Yes.
Numerically, it's 14.7 pounds per square inch.
Okay.
This is one atmosphere.
Yes.
Okay. When you go into space, do you know the air pressure?
No, I do not.
0. So what's the difference between sea level and space?
Right.
Is one atmosphere. You go in the ocean.
Yes.
Every several meters, I forgot the number, is a whole extra atmosphere's worth of water pressure on top of you.
Okay.
That's why that submersible imploded and everybody died on it a few months ago. I forgot what the expedition was.
I know.
Yeah, it was in the news.
Yes.
Right? The deeper down you go,
the more pressure
you feel and the more stress your vessel is under.
Yes.
It's much harder to build something where you stay alive under those pressures than it is to stay alive in space. So we know more about the surface of the moon than we know about the surface of the ocean.
Shalom. I'll give all your glory and praises to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shah, by Hashem, Barak HaKodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, great millstone, who taught me truth and sincerity. Citation to the hopeful that spirit throughout the four corners of the earth. This will be another video entitled, If Heaven Above Can Be Measured and the Foundation of the Earth Search Out Beneath. Okay. And then I added ellipses because there's more information after that, okay, which I'm going to get in Jeremiah the 31st chapter. But just to continue off of what from Neil deGrasse Tyson was going into Club Shay Shay. If you don't know nothing about Neil deGrasse Tyson, he's an author, right? And you know, he's a well-known author, right? And science communicator. But he was going to how there was a submersible that imploded, right? You know, it was a year, like 2 years ago, named Ocean Gates Titan, okay, but you can look it up. But yeah, it did implode when they was on an expedition to go on a dive to, I guess, investigate the Titanic wreck, right? But it ultimately imploded, killing, all 5 people that was on board, all right? But, that's ultimately goes back to the scriptures too, right? Because they're trying to, Esau, the wicked, trying to search out, the foundation of earth beneath, okay? And going beneath, what does beneath mean? Under, right? The ocean, okay? Going under the ocean, right? But it's an impossible task. The Lord gave the nation impossible. The Lord, it's an impossible task to do, right? Because there's air pressure that is, constantly high intensity air pressure that is consistently consistently putting pressure on a vessel, right? So the deeper you go, that air pressure intensifies, and it ultimately leads to what? An implosion, okay? And Esau, doesn't have the technology to have a submersible to withstand that air pressure, okay? Because it's all because it's ultimately the will of the Lord. The Lord doesn't want Esau to search out the foundation of earth beneath, all right, because it wasn't given to it. It's not there. It's not there. This word doesn't belong to them. Okay, just put it like that. This word doesn't belong to them. All right, they will only give a piece portion of the Lord's of the Israel of the Israel pie. Meaning what? Cause we own the whole pie is this world. Like we this world the pie. When I refer to this world, like this earth as a pie, I refer to the enjoyment, right? The rulership, right? You know, it was given to the Israelites, not to the wicked, not to the other nation, to the Israelites. So Esau, he only get a piece of the pie, which means he only get a piece of how it feels to rule the world, right? How it feels to rule earth, okay? You know, but he doesn't have the whole pie, because the whole pie, you know, which is ruling the entire world and knowing and searching out and having the ability to search out the heaven, the earth beneath, right? And having the ability to go into the atmosphere and go to other galaxies and do all that. That was given to that was given to the nation of Israel, right? That all that was given to the nation of Israel, Israelites, you know. So the wicked Esau, he only have a very small portion, okay, that the Lord, that he's able to, you know, he's able to enjoy, right? Trying to see something. Right here. A new covenant, right? So I'm gonna start from the top, all right, and go down way down. It says a new covenant. Jeremiah 31:27. It reads, "Behold, the days come, says the Lord Yabashasha, that I will sow the house of Israel and the house of Judah with the seed of man and with the seed of beast." It shall come to pass that, like, as I have watched over them to pluck up and to break down and to throw down and to destroy and to afflict, so will I watch over them to build and to plant, says the Lord. All right. In those days they should say no more, the fathers have eaten our sour grape, and the children teeth are set on edge. But everyone should die for his own iniquity. Every man that eateth the sour grape, his teeth should be set on edge. Behold, the days come, says the Lord, that I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and the house of Judah. Here it goes. Here it goes. Now, according to the covenant that I have made with their fathers in the day that I took them by the hand to bring them out of the land of Egypt, which my covenant they break, although I was a husband unto them, said the Lord. But this shall be the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel. After those days, said the Lord, Yahweh, shall I put my law in their inward parts, okay, and write it in their hearts, and will be their power, and they should be my people. So this new covenant going to involve the laws, such commandments being our inward part, meaning what being in our mind, being in our spirit. You know, it's going to be, it's going to be the laws, such commandments going to be natural, right? We're going to be able to understand it, right, and we're going to practice it, all right, in the kingdom. And they should teach no more every man his neighbor and every man his brother, saying, Know the Lord, for they should not all know me, from the least of them unto the greatest of them. So, from the least Israelite to the greatest Israelite, right? You're gonna know the Lord, says the Lord, for I will forgive their iniquity, and I will remember their sin no more. Thus says the Lord, which gives the sun for a light by day, and the ordinance of the moon, the stars for a light by night, which divides the sea when the waves are roar. The Lord of hosts is his name. There you go. Showing that's your power, you know. Yahweh, right? Bashan Shah, you know. And those ordinances departed from before me, said the Lord Bashan Shah. Then the seed of Israel also should cease from being a nation before me forever. Okay. So those ordinances, okay, and I go to word ordinance, statute, ordinance, limits, right? It can be a law, it could also be a condition, enactment, okay? If those thus says the Lord, if heaven above can be measured, here's a point. And the foundation of the earth search out beneath, I will also cast off all the seed of Israel for all that they have done, says the Lord. We'll read it. And he says, this is what the Lord says. Just as the heavens cannot be measured and the foundation of the earth cannot be explored, so I will not consider casting them away for the evil they have done. I, the Lord, have spoken. So that's why that submarine imploded, right? Because you cannot explore the foundation of the other. The foundation of the earth cannot be explored. The air pressure beneath the ocean, beneath the earth's surface, is way too intense, way too too strong, right? Too much intensity on the on Esau fleshly. Now the chariots. Now we have video of the chariots going beneath the earth, going beneath the ocean and coming up, right? So the only way you can explore beneath the earth's surface is through a chariot. Esau technology, cannot do it. The things we see underwater is just a tip, right? It's just a tip of the iceberg, right? Just like in the heavens above, right? How you have many atmospheres, right? Many galaxies, just the same thing beneath the earth. You cannot explore it, right? It cannot be searched out. Okay. If Esau can't do that, which he won't be able to do it, then guess what's going to happen? The Lord will have to cast off his people, right? For their sins. Okay. But guess what? The Lord, he already made a covenant. He already made a promise, right? That he won't be he will no more cast off his people, right? He won't cast off his people. So, ultimately this is just a figurative speech, right? Because Esau, he won't be able to search out the heavens beneath, right? We're literally in like prophecies being fulfilled, right? If Esau haven't searched out the ocean beneath already, right? It's gonna be too late, right? It's too late, okay? Because you will need a chariot. You will need a chariot, right, in order to go beneath Earth's atmosphere. I'm talking beneath Earth and actually search it out. Esau submarines won't be able to do it. So, yeah. I'm close here by giving all honor and glory praises to Yahweh. Gosh, help Yahweh Shabbat Shalom.